Why is our law firm called Sudden Wealth Protection Law? Hi, I'm attorney Paul Deloughery, and our law firm recently changed its name, and people have been wondering, why do we have the word sudden in it? Shouldn't it just be wealth protection law or wealth law or protection law or something like that? Well, here's the reason. You see, there is something called sudden wealth syndrome, and it's maybe not an official diagnosis, but it is predictable and it's traumatic for the person experiencing it. And it's something that, frankly, is just not discussed enough. Here's what happens. You've certainly heard about someone who's won the lottery and then they don't have the money a year later, or maybe they're even in bankruptcy, or you've heard about famous celebrities or sports stars who have financial problems even though they make $5 million a year. How can that possibly be? Well, here's actually what happens, and it kind of gets to it. It's an interesting issue. When you get a bunch of money, all of a sudden, you don't have to struggle as hard. And when the struggle is taken away from you, um, a lot of people just kind of lose their balance. In other words, I think that a person really needs to struggle a little bit in order to be happy. Imagine this. Imagine that you're sitting on a sofa all day and people feed you and you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is lay on the sofa all day. Would you be happy? You might be for maybe the first day or something, but pretty soon it's going to be kind of boring and miserable and predictable. And frankly, your body is going to start shutting down. And at some point, laying on the sofa, getting everything handed to you, you're going to have a decision. You can either just choose to let your body shut down and die, because that's frankly what's going to happen if you don't move and everything. Or you can actually start getting off the sofa, which will be a struggle, and you will ironically start being happier when you're struggling. So I know everyone just fantasizes about getting a whole bunch of money and life's going to be rainbows and unicorns and everything's just going to be wonderful. That's actually not so. I think that all of us need to have struggle. We have to have some kind of a headwind to be able to just feel alive. And you can't possibly be happy if you don't feel alive. So having a financial windfall is actually a serious thing and it needs to be talked about more. And the people dealing with it, actually experiencing this, need to have a place to turn to. And so that's why we're offering this focus in our law practice. And we're actually changing the name to make it really clear that this is what we do. And we're also helping uh, parents who have kids who don't want to just transfer millions of dollars or however much. It doesn't have, it could be tens of thousands of dollars to their kids so the kids can simply, spend it. I mean, if that's your situation and you're a parent, you worked really hard to get that money. And do you really want to just give it to your kids so they can, buy a new car? Yay. No, you probably have higher hopes for them than that. And again, that's the reason for our law firm. So our law firm is Sudden Wealth Protection Law, and we really focus on, frankly, not just the legal issues, but kind of the holistic issues of all the psychology and everything that goes. I'm not a psychologist, but holistically, all the issues that happen when someone receives a bunch of money. And we're offering this as a holistic way. It's a resource for people to turn to now. And so again, my name's Paul Deloughery. And please, if any of this sounds like it relates to you in any way, give us a call and let's talk.